We were just playing around with some blanket stitch applique and showing some differences and how to go around a corner. So you can check out that video up here in this top corner and see how we showed you to do this and where those stitches are. But next, we are going to use stitch number 7 for the satin stitching. I also have on the machine an open toe foot. There is a clear open toe foot with IDT, so I do have that fully pulled down and engaged in the back, help pull all those layers, and also some stabilizer behind my fabric. So as you'll notice with this stitch, it comes up at 6 millimeters wide, and I will tell you that is going to be way too big for a small piece like this. So you'll always want to proportion the stitch based on what you're going around. And needle down is going to be your friend. So make sure that that is engaged. So let's just go ahead. We'll start by reducing the stitch width. So this is a built-in satin stitch, and you'll probably need to just test a little bit where to guide your fabric, how to get it to perfectly cover what you're working with, and see if you have the right width. Look, the bobbin thread low sensor is on or has popped up. Now I know I have enough thread to finish what I'm going to show you, but if I go ahead and check mark that box, that message pops up again. So if you get a bobbin low option, don't touch the box, just keep sewing and you'll be able to go a little bit further. So here's where we can adjust and just follow along. That's where having that open toe foot really makes a difference. And then also working towards the corner or curves. You always want to stop and pivot slightly. Of course, here I'm going to have to pivot a full 90 degrees, so I'll just come around. Now, satin stitch applique does take a little bit of practice for turning full corners. Now, the other thing that I'm noticing is my stitches could be a little closer together. So I'm going to go ahead and I probably have to X this out, just drop the stitch length just a little bit. The machine doesn't know which thread I have, so it just gets us a nice close together look, but you're in charge of getting it all the way perfect. So let's show you the difference for these settings that I've changed. So see how towards the end it was much thicker, where here I have a little bit of the green showing through, which for me, I like it much closer together. And I might even try one more notch down so the stitch length truly gets more solid, even though I'm using kind of a normal sewing thread thickness. If you're using an embroidery weight, you'll probably come down another touch or two. But you can easily go around any raw edge and make sure that it will not unravel when you start to wash that particular project. So you always have to kind of gauge, how are you using it? Will a blanket stitch hold up, or do you need a more covered stitch around a raw edge?